You're all here. It's not often I leave Cyrodiil for anything, but given what's happened, you've left me little choice. I trust you all understand the gravity of your offenses.
The only thing I understand is that you're the one responsible for wasting my time. Or is there some other person I need to kill to end this meeting?
Ah yes, the Thalmor. Or ex-Thalmor. I was told you'd be the most difficult to wrangle. It was just outside this very inn, was it not, that you murdered my father's steward? Of course the guards say it was a duel. I have a hard time believing that.
I kill a lot of people. I make it a point not to care.
That attitude is fine if you have the Dominion to protect you, but those days are over. You may be strong, but you're hardly invincible.
No one's invincible, not even you.
Ah, Daenlyn Oakhallow, the bard who can say aggression. But it isn't your politics that brought you here. It's your gambling. About a season ago, you took a large sum of drakes from a merchant under my father's employ. That money was supposed to go to bodyguards for a caravan headed to Rothvine Manor. Without the bodyguards, the caravan was easy prey for a certain vigilante. It cost my father quite a large sum in gold.
Then you should bring that merchant here. He's the one to blame.
Quite true, but he's already dead. And while I can't blame you for his gambling habits, I can blame you for cheating him. Or is the ace in your boot simply for show?
How did you...
There's nothing I don't know, Bosmer. But yes, yours is a minor sin. The assassin's, on the other hand, is another matter entirely. The two of you, after all, are responsible for killing my father, the Baron Gabania.
So, that's what this is about. You want revenge?
Hardly. As the bastard child of the family, I barely knew my father, and what little I've heard doesn't cast him in a flattering light. No, my issue is that your little act of vengeance cost his business, nay, my business, a large sum in gold. I'm here to seek restitution for that sum.
And if I don't, I take it you're gonna go after Morgan.
No, but my sister will, and that is who I want you to eliminate.
You want us to kill your own sister?
I want you to kill my father's daughter. She's a vile woman, make no mistake about that. But that may only be relevant to Oakhallow, given his moral compass. The larger point is the four of you owe a debt of gold and a debt of blood. To pay it, my sister would ask that you take your lives. I would ask that you take hers. My father did not leave a will. This should have been obvious to anyone why. He was a man who believed in survival of the fittest. While my sister focuses only on revenge, I see an opportunity. It is for this reason that I am the rightful heir. I'm sure there are hundreds all over Tamriel. I was simply fortunate enough to be born in the kitchen and not the brothel. Nair was the bodyguard assigned to me by my father. It was an insult to my mother, meant to appease the Baroness. But my father's cunning extended beyond the battlefield. You may have guessed, but Nair is no ordinary sellsword. The way he brought you four to me is a perfect example of his guile. Yes, like my sister, my father could have assigned me some nameless bodyguard. But by giving me Nair, he not only satisfied his wife's petulance, but he gave me a mentor who knew more than how to swing a sword. Yes, my mother was little more than a scullery maid. As such, I was born with my father's wit, but my mother's roots. Everything I've gotten has been through sweat and hard work. I will not stand by and let my spoiled brat of a sister run our business into the ground. She and I share a much different opinion of our father, and inherited much different traits. My sister has her mother's passion and her father's bloodlust. As long as she's alive, your friend will never be safe, regardless of what Sithis thinks. I've mostly dealt with the economic side, helping the former steward balance the books. But when you handle the gold, you gain an understanding of how the entire system works. Let me put it this way. Everything I know about my father, I've pieced together from those financial records. Slave trades, court bribes, skooma smuggling. The list goes on, and he was every bit the scoundrel that the rumors claim. My sister may be daft, but my father's spies are still under her employ. We needed to bring everyone together in a way that didn't seem suspicious. As it stands now, you rescue Nair, and in the process form bonds with your companions. I am here, of course, to reward the fine adventurers who saved him. Then my sister will likely hunt you all as payment for our father's life. While this will square your debt, I'd rather we handle this differently. Unfortunately, after my father's death, my sister was quick to seize all of his assets. But she doesn't realize her moves are pointless. This game can be won with a single stroke. At one of my father's manors off the coast. Nair will provide you with the details. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business I must attend to. After all, there is more to saving our fortune beyond stopping my sister from spending it. But I want to wish you all good luck. Hopefully when next we meet, it will be under less clandestine circumstances.
All right, let's say we agree to this. I take it you have a plan?
Naturally. As his client mentioned, the target lives on an island just off the coast. As a former military outpost, the place is heavily fortified, but not impossible to enter.
And I suppose you would have us march right through the front gate.
Actually, there are two separate ways into the main chamber. One is the back door, an old entrance that runs underneath the fort. The Baron has been using it as an emergency tunnel. Of course, it is littered with traps that can be more perilous than any sword.
And the other?
The other is the front entrance. As you might expect, the way is blocked off by a garrison of elite guardsmen. Yet both traps and men can be evaded if your feet are light and your tongue is sharp.
And what path do you suggest we take?
It is entirely up to you. Nair does not believe in cutting bellies with daggers when you can use your teeth, but he realizes not everyone thinks as he does. It is best to let you choose your own way.
Well, I think we can all agree that sneaking around back like cowards is not an option.
I agree. Not about the coward thing, but the sneaking out back part. Not all of us are light on our feet.
You three can do what you want.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, where are you going? By Yifri, what is his problem? Doesn't he realize we have to work as a team?
We don't have to do anything. Especially if the idea comes out of your mouth. We just need to kill everyone on that island.
Or we can try it my way first. That makes sense to you, doesn't it? If my plan fails, we can still kill everyone. In fact, we'd pretty much have to.
Fine. Tell us your grand plan. I could use a good laugh.
Well, as a card player, I think I'm pretty good at reading people, even if I've never met them. The Baron's daughter lives on an island. People like that are paranoid, but they're also extremely bored. I'm sure she'd love some entertainment every now and then. Maybe her brother sends us as a gift to his dear little sister.
Nair thinks this can be arranged, but the others are not bards. One wrong move and your heads will be used to decorate the pikes.
Ah, but what if we weren't just bards, but rather traveling artists? In our group, we have singers, actors, and jesters. We perform songs, acrobatics, and comedies. And for humor, you always need a straight man to play off of. The Thalmor's perfect for that.
And what makes you think I can play this straight man?
Because all you have to do is stand there and be yourself. Ultimately, the only thing that matters is we earn her trust. Maybe even get her to become an active participant. Exactly. The only question is what to perform. I doubt she'll let us shoot a sweet roll off her head. Do you know the story of Fiori and Holgier? It ends with one of them getting bit by a snake. Usually a man plays a snake and kills Fiori with a prop dagger. All we need to do is make the death real. By the time they realize she isn't acting, we'll have escaped the manor.
Nair likes it, but what about our brooding friend?
I'll think of something. Improvisation is what an actor does best.
Well, it sounds to me like your plan is idiotic. Which is all the better, seeing as I'll get to kill more monkeys.
Good. Nair will arrange for the leather and the costumes. Simply come to the docks in Windhelm when you are ready.
Yes? It's fairly blasphemous for a Bosmer to chop wood. To that I say, don't ask for permission, ask.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
Need something?
There's no end to it, is there? Seems no matter what I do, she's always gonna be in danger. It's not like that. Not anymore. Ever since the business with Gibania, I realized I don't need to kill. All I need is my daughter. Look at her. I haven't seen Morgan this happy in a long time. I used to dread these moments, the quiet times, because I knew
A
they
strong
would
drink
last.
will chase off that chill in the air.
Now I realize that's the wrong way to look at it. Nothing lasts forever. Just knowing these days still exist.
I've half a mind to ask if you'll take me
It's
on one of
enough.
your adventures.
Gives me a reason
But I
to keep
can't just
going.
leave Volga on her own.
Maybe. Or maybe someone else will want vengeance for her. I can't keep doing this. I used to talk about those faces. The apathy. Like it was the worst thing in the world. But the truth is, one day I looked at my reflection and saw that face was mine. Morgan changed all that. I'm not gonna leave her again. Yeah, I guess I am. But I don't want to leave you high and dry either. Tell you what, I'll talk to an old friend of ours. Have him meet you at the docks. If anything, you'll be better off with him. Yes?
Somehow I know I'm going to regret this.
All right, you made it. Remember, stick to the story. We're traveling performers, here to entertain the late Baron's daughter.
I think I'm
Wait,
starting to doubt
who are you?
Bosma's claim.
Where's the Imperial?
None of the monkeys I've seen have ever worn such a
Imperial's
hat.
found life is a milk drinker. He's no use to you. I'm here to take his place.
Alright, fine. But I don't like the way you're dressed. You look suspicious. And now that I think about it, so do you. The weapons I can explain as part of the act. We're supposed to be in our best clothes.
Wait, you mean to tell me there are people who actually hold these peasant rags in high esteem? Not only are they incredibly uncomfortable, they are patently hideous. How long am I expected to wear this hat?
For as long as we're on the island. Trust me, the hat is the most important part.
And here I thought being exiled from the Thalmor was my lowest moment. In any case, you should be thankful this one came as he did. His best clothes are likely stained in blood.
Fine. It's too late to change the wardrobe now anyway. They're expecting us. What do you say, my fellow thespian? Shall we depart? Sure thing. We'll be here. What do you say, my fellow thespian? Shall we depart? What do you say, my fellow thespian? Shall we depart? Okay, grab an oar. We're paddling our way there. All right, we're here. Now remember, let me do all the talking. The rest of you just keep quiet and follow my lead.
Halt! This is a private island. State your business.
Greetings, Sarah. We are the dancing minstrels of Oakhallow. We've come on behalf of your ladyship's brother, to help mend her aching hearts.
Ah, right. The fairy Bosma from Solitude. She's expecting you. These others, they bards too?
Well, this is my assistant, Jerulith, the noble, a former court jester of Lilendrill. She can juggle fireballs and swallow swords and do so with her eyes closed.
No. I realize bows and swords are part of the jester's trade, but no fireballs, not inside the manor. I'm not going to let the whole place burn down on account of some failed trick.
I apologize, Sarah. Then perhaps a cartwheel or two will please my lady.
What?
Ha! You mean to tell me this big horse of a woman can do a cartwheel? That I'd like to see.
You won't see much of anything when I light your face on fire.
What's that?
My assistant simply said she can't wait to see the lady's face light up when she does her performance.
Oh, glad to hear it. Truth be told, her ladyship's been a little bored as of late, and when she gets bored, heads roll. What about the others? You, in the back. What's your talent?
I'm the boatman.
Huh? What's that? You juggle oars or something?
What my friend means to say is he's the great bard of,
No, I think you're mistaken. I'm not with these in-laws. I'm just the boatman. I rowed the boat here, and when this veteran is done playing, I'm going to row him back.
All right, fair enough. And who might you be? Oh, and what kind of performer? No, save it for inside, Jester. In any case, time's a-wasting. Come on, the three of you follow me. Fair warning, it's a bit of a walk. But you bards can do with a little exercise now and then.
I agree, Sirrah. And besides, given how generously we're being paid, I have no right to complain.
Is that right? I heard her ladyship's brother was as cheap as her father. But I guess you can't believe everything you hear. But my lady, she's a different animal altogether. She isn't afraid to flex her coin purse. In fact, she's planning on spending every last drake to find the bastards who killed the late Baron.
I take it the people here loved the late Baron.
Oh no, I wouldn't say we loved him. I'd say we were scared of the old codger, if anything. Now his steward, Forentus, that was a good man. The Baron rarely ever came this far north, but the steward, he'd always come by and make sure the guard was well equipped and well fed. Sure, the Baron's personal guard, they get that fancy Imperial steel, but the rest of us were wearing scraps until Florentus made the order. He was good company too, always had a story to tell. Damn, I miss that scrawny little snowback. What kind of monster would kill such a kind, peace-loving man?
I have no idea.
I tell you, if I ever meet the bastard who did him in, I'm gonna rip open his throat with my teeth. You understand me, Bard? No dagger or sword or nothing. Just the teeth.
I understand you perfectly, Sirrah, and if I ever met this person, I'd be the first to point him, out to you.
Oh, I guarantee you'll know him when you see him. Anyone who killed a gentle soul like Florentus Avenucci will have horns on his head. In any case, we're almost there. Just a little bit further up this mountain. The guardsmen run up and down this hill 20 times a day, so I don't want to hear any of your complaining. Just a little further now. If you collapse, don't expect me to carry you. All right, we're here. Head on in through the front door and introduce yourself to the steward.
Ah, so you must be the bard I've heard so much about. Strange, I was told there would be 4 of you.
Oh, right. One of the group had a little bout with ataxia. Nothing too serious, but we didn't want to risk infecting the lady of the manor.
Well, so long as the performance doesn't suffer, her ladyship is extremely critical, and has been known to, well, injure those who displease her. But don't worry, those were second-class bards at best. They didn't have nearly the years of training and experience you do.
Just out of curiosity, steward, may I ask how many years these bards had trained?
Oh, no more than a dozen, I'd say. They were former students at the college, but not instructors like yourself. But please, let's not harp on such unpleasantness.
No, by all means, continue. I'd very much like to know what happened to them.
Well, the poet has his tongue removed, and then sewn shut. The lute player had his hands cut off, and when she felt that wasn't adequate, she had them burned alive.
I think I'm starting to like this woman.
I'm glad to hear it. After word got out about what her ladyship had done, we've had a hard time getting anyone to come play for her. Without the occasional entertainment, she starts taking her frustrations out on the servants. And the fact that her father's killers are still out there only makes it worse. So, needless to say, we are pleased to have her.
And we are pleased to be here.
Steward, you lied to me. I've been soaking in this hot sewage for the past hour, and I don't feel the slightest bit relaxed.
My apologies, Your Grace. It's always brought your father a clear head.
And now he's dead. Of course, the longer I stay here, the more I think about joining him. Where is my entertainment?
As a matter of fact, Your Ladyship, I was just about to inform you that...
What do we have here? A Bosma, a high elf. Ooh. And a lady as well. What an eclectic group of performers. Perhaps I won't go to bed bored after all.
My lady, I present to you a gift from your brother. A trio of performers well known throughout the realm. The Dancing Minstrels of Oakhallow.
Ah yes, remind me to get him a bouquet of flowers the next time. Redwards if they please me, and nightshade if they don't. Oh, and I do hope you do your best not to bore me. I don't know if my steward told you, but there will be consequences. Dire ones.
We understand and accept your challenge, my lady.
Good. It's nice to see a bard with a little bit of backbone. Steward, show them to the main hall.
As you command, my lady. This way. This is the main hall. We've cleared the tables in anticipation for your performance. Now, if you'll just wait here, the lady will be with you shortly.
Thank you, steward.
Out with it.
Well,
I'm
so
waiting.
far so good. We got an audience
right,
with the
then.
Baroness, and now all we have to do is convince her to play Fiore. We should probably start out with something else, though, like a trick or a song. What do you think?
What do I think? I think that throne of hers would make for excellent kindling.
Alright, let's see what my dear brother has brought me this time. Minstrels of Oakhallow, was it?
That is correct, my lady.
Funny. I've never heard of you. But then again, most of them in... Tell me, my little wooden dove, what will you be performing first?
If it pleases you, my lady, I would like to begin with a song.
No, that won't do at all. That's what the last group did, and now they're pig roast. I'm sick of you already. You, step forward. I want to talk to you. Look at you. Such a pretty thing. Tell me, dear, what will you be performing first? Very well. I'm listening, precious. What will you perform for me? That doesn't sound completely hopeless. I knew it was smart of me to choose you. Olaf and the dragon it is then. A very appropriate choice considering their return. What role will you be playing? Yes, I do see you as the hero type. You may proceed.
Oh, okay, so you're Olaf. Remember to keep one eye closed. No, the other one.
I'm waiting.
My apologies, but may we present to you Olaf and the Dragon. It is the time of the First Age, when dragons terrorize the land. One such beast, the great fire-breather Numenex, has descended upon Whiterun. Perched atop the Jarl's Keep, he threatens to lay waste to the entire city. But then a hero emerges. His name is Olaf One-Eye, and he vows to free the people of Whiterun. But the dragon is unfazed. Numenex looks down upon the hero and says... Jerulith!
What?
You're mine.
Oh, right. Who goes there? Don't tell me it's another puny ape. I thought that part comes later. But fine, let's speed this along. Hit me with your mighty pig shout.
Actually, Olaf tried to shout, but it was a mere bluff. He, pretended to shout, and then attacked with his axe and shield, like in the story. Yet his axe and shield did nothing against the dragon's thick hide. So, in his frustration, Olaf threw them to the ground and screamed at the dragon with a thunderous roar.
Oh yes, this monkey's breath is quite loud and poisonous. Better. What does that even mean? But fine, the power of your monkey magic is too much for me to bear.
Actually, after saying what you just said, Numenex changed his mind and decided to shout back at Olaf. And the two proceeded to engage in a seemingly endless debate. But this was not a quiet argument between mortals. Oh no, these words were powerful enough to shatter the stone and split the sky. And in the end, it was Numenex who collapsed from exhaustion.
Bravo, my little doves. Bravo. You managed to not completely bore me. And I must say, I like this version of the story better. It may have been awful, but at least it wasn't dull. So, what's next? An excellent choice. Acrobatics are my favorite, especially when things go awry. What did you have in mind?
If I may interject, my lady, I am quite skilled with the bow. Perhaps if you would allow me to shoot an item off my assistant's head.
That would make for quite a show, but if you're skilled with the bow, I want her to do it instead. It's much more interesting this way.
An excellent suggestion, Your Grace. Alright, I guess you're shooting the arrow. And to think I was really looking forward to this.
Fair warning. You hit me, you die.
On second thought, it's probably best you do this. I'd be too tempted to aim for the throat. Okay, here's some arrows. We don't want to keep the Baroness waiting, so make your shots count.
Marvelously done. I admit I didn't have very high hopes for you three, but that was so amazing. You almost made me applaud.
So, what's next?
Oh, all right. I suppose I'm in the mood now. But I do have an idea. What if we liven it up a bit?
What did you have in mind, my lady?
Oh, I just want you to sing, whilst the other two shoot arrows and ice spikes at your feet.
Arrows?
Oh yes, my lady, that we can do. You don't have any objections, do you, Bard?
Well, surely my lady does not wish to have such violent objects shot around in her manor.
Oh, I don't mind at all. But if you're that concerned, perhaps it's best if the arrows struck your throat instead of the floor.
No, Your Grace, that won't be necessary. I apologize for my impertinence. What song would my lady like to hear?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's nice and long.
Understood.
That was a very uneven performance. I'm not sure whether to applaud or yawn. My three little doves must do better if they want to live to see tomorrow.
So, what's next?
All right, I suppose it's time to wrap this up. Who'll be playing what role?
Actually, I was wondering if my ladyship would be willing to play the part of Fiori. Jerulith will be our Hallgeir, and my other assistant will be the Snake.
An excellent choice, my little bird. After all, Fiori was known to be a woman of impeccable beauty. Clearly, I am the only one here capable of filling this role. Of course, my dearest Holger, You must be sure to act strong and rugged. The last person I shared a stage with was as lively as a log. It wasn't until I had him whipped and hanged that he showed the proper emotion. But no pressure, darling. I'm sure you'll do your best.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Oh, that's very good. You're very masculine. And here I thought I was going to have to cut you to get you into character.
If the two of you are ready, let's begin. This is the tale of Fjord Holger, a story of star-crossed lovers. She was 29, a mature but beautiful huntress when she met Holger on the battlefield. Not even the two of them could remember what they fought over, for it all seemed to fade in the shadow of their love.
My dear Holger, you're a strong warrior. But I never realized you were so handsome.
You look serviceable as well.
I beg your pardon?
What Holger meant to say was he would forever swear his service to the gods for creating such a magnificent woman.
Keep your assistant in line, Bard, or I will.
Understood. If you will allow me to proceed.
Yes, you may continue. For now.
And just as the eagle finds its mates, so too did Fiori find Holger. But even the warmest summers must give way to winter chills. The snake slithered up to Holger and bit him with his fangs.
What sorcery is this? My darling Holger would not fall to a flimsy snake.
Perhaps it is because I am playing the role of a Nord weakling.
And then a miracle happened.
Well, fear not. The gods led me to the edge of the well so that I may fetch this elixir and save you from the brink. Drink it, and you shall be cured.
And then Holger drank the whale's elixir.
If you think I'm going to drink this Nord swill,
And then Holger drank the whale's elixir.
oh, fine.
And how do you feel, my love?
Nauseous.
What did you just say to me?
What Holger means to say is, he was so swept in joy that he began to feel dizzy. In fact, by drinking the potion, all was seemingly well. But alas, that is when their fortunes turned. For the snake, jealous of their love, crept up behind Fiori and bit her on the leg.
So, what's next?
Hey, watch it!
Holger rushed to his love's side, grabbing the elixir. There was but a drop of it left, and only the gods knew if it would be enough. But if Fiori was to recover, she would first have to sleep for a very, very long time. Even if a single person disturbed her sleep, then it would break the spell. Come on, let's get out of here before they realize she isn't acting.
I think it's already too late, cretin.
Hold on! Why isn't the lady getting up? What's the meaning of this?
Did you factor an escape into this ridiculous plan of yours?
You three, Lay down your arms and step away from the Baroness.
I guess that's where you come in, genius. What do you suggest?
I suggest we kill them all.
Sounds good to me.
Fools, go die!
Never should have come here. No more. I yield. That it? At your best.
You're right. Cobra!
Mercy. I cannot best you.
Fall back! Tell me what you want. From blood. Like the bite of a flea.
Watch where you're aiming, simpleton. That almost scratched me.
I take it by the noise you fetchers got what you came for. So did I. I took it upon myself to have a chat with the steward of the manor. There's a lot he knows about Gabania's business. There's also a lot he hasn't told me. But he will. Names of contacts, suppliers, that sort of thing. Don't worry. They'll all be dead soon enough.
So I guess we're done here? You know, all things considered, I think that went pretty well.
It went precisely how I said it would. There was no need for subterfuge. They all died in the end.
True, but doing it my way lowered the amount of risk. It was more efficient than taking all of them out at once.
The most efficient way would have been for you to stay in Skyrim. The only thing you fetchers did was leave my knives thirsty.
And gods forbid your stupid knives don't get to drink.
You keep talking, Tharmor, and they just might.
Okay, now I'm starting to like this guy. the skiff's gone, but we can take this larger boat, provided you know how to sail it.
It's easy. Use the oars to set off, then hoist the sail.
How do you know so much about sailing?
I'm no stranger to the water. I've tracked enough Argonians to know where they like to hide. One even tried to stow away in a barrel, all the way down Pilgrim's Trench. I brought him up to the surface and cut him through the wood. He drowned in his own blood.
Well, that isn't creepy or anything.
Is it me, Thermore? Or do you have thin skin?
The only thing that's thin is my patience. Particularly when dealing with madmen like yourself.
Madmen start wars they can't finish. Just like you did with the Empire. Just like you're about to do with me.
Oh man, I really like this guy.
Oh, look, Dunmer, it appears you have a fan. I'll be in the boat while you imbeciles cuddle.
Fair enough. Well, I guess it's time to sail on back. With a boat this large, we can probably go as far as High Rock, or maybe even Hammerfell. I'm sure our Thalmor friend would love it. Oh, I was kidding. I don't think the three of us would survive being on a boat with her. Least of all Mithril. Come on, let's get this thing into the water. I suppose all that's left to do is get in touch with Nair's client.
I'll let you handle that, Bosmer.
You're not coming with us?
Why should I? The Baroness is dead. Our debt has been paid. Any further association will only endanger your life.
Glad to know you care.
I don't. In fact, pray to your tree gods we never meet again. And tell the Khajiit the next time he puts my name in his mouth, I won't hesitate to kill him. At this point, I don't care if it makes me look guilty.
Well, if you'd stuck around, you could have told him yourself. You're not gonna leave too, are you? Good. I like a companion who doesn't quit halfway through. That's why I asked you to come along in the first place. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Come on, the Khajiit said he'd be at the inn. Let's go give him the good news.
Don't think this little adventure makes us friends. In fact, the warning I gave the Bosmer applies to you as well.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Blade and shadow, silence and death. These are my
Come on
arts.
in. Need
For a
some
modest fee,
warm drinks and
I'll
warm
make great
beds.
art for you.
The best way for us to win the Nord's respect is through hard work. Too many dark elves in
I know nothing of fear and nothing of remorse. Pay my fee, and together we will vanquish any foe.
I trust the job went according to plan.
Another drink. It went exactly as I said it would. No one can resist a bard's charm.
Nair's client will be pleased to hear this. As far as he is concerned, All 4 of your debts are paid.
Well, I guess that settles it. We started out just trying to do a good deed and ended up in a small-scale war. Now, I'm not saying we didn't do the world a favor by ridding it of this Baroness. I'm just saying I'll think twice next time I reach for that ace in my boot. And normally I don't. I try my best to live like a paragon, but sometimes your inner demons get the best of you. That's probably why I follow you. You're the card that completes my hand.
Nair would have liked very much to see your performance. Not the acting, of course, but the fights.
Blade and shadow, silence and death. What's the hurry?
Nair commends
Looking
you
for
for
shipping?
handling this job
We always
quickly,
offer better
given how
service
strong
than the East
you are.
Empire.
It is on